To use the Debt Consolidation tool, make sure you are on the Consolidated Debts tab. You will enter the debt information in the light blue areas, and the dark blue areas are auto-populated calculations. I have filled in the debts and have selected whether the loan is simple interest, compounds semi-annually or monthly, or if there is no interest, such as the builder's lien in this example. As an FYI, most mortgages and car loans compound semi-annually, whereas most credit cards and lines of credit compound monthly. You can see here that the effective annual interest rate has now been calculated, and over in this section, the summary of the current situation is populated automatically. This also includes a calculation of the blended interest rate of all the debt. You will then need to select which debts to consolidate by using the drop-down menu and selecting No, Yes, or Partial over here. In this example, we will not consolidate the first mortgage or the car loan. We will consolidate all of the debts we have selected as yes, and we are only partially consolidating the unsecured line of credit. When you select to partially consolidate the debt, you need to enter how much to consolidate. Here we entered $13,000. It automatically calculates the new balance of the debt, and then you will have to enter in a new monthly payment for the remaining debt. In this case, it's $335. You will then enter in the new loan details down in this section. The net loan balance is calculated from the debts you selected as yes or the partial debts you are paying. In this area, the light orange areas are cells you can fill in, and the darker ones are auto-populated calculations. In this scenario, we are doing a new second mortgage. If additional funds are needed, you can add it into this row as an equity takeout. This number will be added to the consolidation debt amount, and a new loan amount before fees will be calculated. Then enter in all fees that are applicable. Here we entered in $1,500 for legal fees and $3,000 for lender and broker fees. There's also a couple of spots for an appraisal fee that's common, as well as any miscellaneous fees that might be applicable. Here we have $4,500 that is automatically calculated as the total fees, and that is added to the consolidated debt amount for a total loan amount of $83,570. On this loan, we have an interest rate of 12%. It has a compounding period of semi-annually. That calculates the effective annual interest rate of 12.36%. Here we amortize it over 25 years, and the term of the loan is 12 months. Automatically calculating the payments per month at $862.36. You will also note that it has calculated the annualized percentage rate, which is a new feature on this version of the Debt Consolidation tool. This calculation takes into account all fees and interest paid through the term of the mortgage and turns that into an annual percentage rate of the net mortgage. This number allows you to compare loans that have different rates, fees, and terms on a like-for-like basis. After you've completed the new loan information, up in the top right corner, the summary of the current situation versus the new loan situation is filled in. This shows you your current debt situation and your new debt situation, with taking into account the new loan. You can see also the differences between the two. Here you see an added debt of $4,500, which is the fees, but you also see the monthly payments decreasing by just over $1,200. The annual payments decreasing by just over $14,000. You can also see that your blended interest rate has decreased and your annual interest costs have decreased by over $3,600. There's also a tab called the Consolidation Solution Summary that puts this into wording. So here, the same information is presented in wording, as well as, if you scroll down, the table is there again. New to this version of the debt consolidation tool is the ability to compare multiple loans. If you click on this button down here, compare multiple loans, you can see the information from the Consolidated Debts tab automatically gets populated in this tab to quickly allow you to enter other loans to compare them to the loan you already have done. I have entered some examples and want to point out how changing parameters affects the annualized percentage rate. In loan 1 to compare, I have increased the legal fees to $3,000. I've kept everything else the same, and you can see down here that you have an increase of over 2% in the annualized percentage rate, showing you how much fees will affect the rate. In loan 2 to compare, I've actually left everything the same, but only changed the term of the loan. The term of the loan is 6 months instead of 12 months, which has increased the annualized percentage rate over 6%. This is because the fees are spread out over 6 months versus 12 months. In loan 3 to compare, I've actually increased legal fees to be $3,000. I've added an appraisal fee of $400, and the lender and broker fees have increased to $5,000. So a significant increase in total fees over the original loan. But what I've done is decrease the interest rate to 10%. Even with that decrease in interest rate to 10%, you can see down here that the annualized percentage rate is over 3% higher. This is very typical of a second mortgage at Calvert, where we do not have an internal legal fee, we do not have an appraisal fee, and our overall fees are lower than other private lenders. So comparing loan 3 to compare versus the first one over here, you can see that the annualized percentage rate is higher and you have your borrower paying more for the overall loan. The last two tabs include credit tips on how to improve and maintain your credit score, and a new and improved budget tool that will allow you to document income and expenses to ensure you are living within your means. Each one of these tabs can easily be printed to keep as a summary. Thank you for listening to these directions. We really hope that using this tool will help you through the process of debt consolidation.